This video is all about the Dunu Falcon Pro. It is a, a successor to the Dunu Falcon C, which was reasonably popular, not very popular here in the subcontinent, but it was popular. And after 3 years, Dunu suddenly decided that yes, they want to make a successor to the Falcon C. I don't know why and what made them go that way. Mostly because they developed two DD based IM and they thought that yeah, they can make a budget single DD IM. This has a ADLC driver, but this IM is slightly lacking with a few things. I think I should zoom a bit if I can. Okay, come on now. Okay, this is good. So there are some problems with this IM that I'll be discussing with you guys. This is a very good sounding IM. There aren't a lot of problems with this IM, but there is some. There are a few things that those who are going to spend $220 should be aware of. The good things are the cable. This cable is good, no problem with the cable. I mentioned it last time in the unboxing too, that the cable is good. There isn't a single problem with the cable. I'm really liking the quality of this cable. This is slightly on the suppler side, not very supple, but is reasonably supple. And these switch pins are really useful. You just push it in the direction of the arrow and that's it. Easier than the last time, and it is very good. The cable is good. There isn't any problem with the cable, and the cable guides are very soft too. But the sound quality is not that rosy. Let's talk about the good parts of the sound quality first. I'll be comparing it with a couple of IEMs here that I have with me for last few weeks. This has a very good, very pleasing, slightly clinical, slightly neutral, very neutral, not slightly neutral, very neutral sound quality to it. It does not have enough flavoring to it. Notes are slightly on the more analytical side. They are not lean, they are not very lean, but they are not full or meaty type. They are reasonably good, but they could have been slightly more fuller. Let me show you guys the vents here. There are a lot of vents in this IM 2, 3. I don't know why. This is a single DD IM and one vent will do it all for a single DD IM, but they decided they will go with a lot of vents. They will try to make a sound chamber, sound bore kind of design here, but that's not exactly working. And the nozzles are okay. I'm not really loving the nozzles either. Nozzles are reasonable, but they could have been slightly more intriguing. But then the bass sound quality of this IM is not exactly top notch. This has good amount of bass. The bass is reasonable, but the problem is, if you see this is the sub bass. The mid bass goes like this. There is a small dip and then comes the mid bass, which is slightly bothering because it would have been better if it were a bit more fuller in that region. It could have been more rounded in that region, and that would have been more complete in this sense. And it does not have a lot of sub bass either. The sub bass is okay, reasonable at best. It is not excellent by a small margin. Nevertheless, the mid range is good. I have no complaints about the mid range. When it comes to macro details, the bigger details that are common with most of the IEMs is very good. The tonality, timbre and everything is excellent with this, but then when it comes to micro details, it kind of struggles. It does not have that kind of energy and transparency to the micro details, which is slightly disheartening given that. Let me show you. This is the Tri i3. This is a bit cheaper than this one, does not have nozzles and stuff like that, does not have this switch pin design either. But what it does have is better micro details. It has slightly better texture to the notes. It is a bit more detailed, that extra bit of details you find on the body of the note, that texture you feel on the body of the note is available with the Tri-i3 Pro. This is a bit more intriguing, a bit more grippy kind of experience when compared to the Falcon Pro. Falcon Pro has a bit more analytical, a bit more bit less colored, a bit more bland kind of feeling to it, while this has a bit of flavoring. It has a bit of warmth to it. Notes are slightly fuller, and that texture I mentioned of this planar driver is very good. There is no problem with texture at all. This is very, very good when it comes to texture. Even in the treble region, this slightly struggles with treble emphasis. I cannot call it sparkly, very sparkly. This is reasonably good. The treble is reasonable. It is not sparkly or very engaging, or the contrast is okay. It's not as good as I would have liked. The cymbal crashes and pianos are not very accurate. They are good. They are good. No problem with that. But that extra bit of detail, the extra bit of clarity, the extra bit of transparency that I was expecting from this IEM is not exactly available. I would have liked a bit more of those things which is available with the Tri-i3. Tri-i3 is the cheaper one, but feels a bit more extended, a bit more engaging than the Falcon Pro. Falcon Pro is good in most of the things. When it comes to stage, Falcon Pro is more rounded. It has very good stage width and stuff. While this is good too with stage, it does not have the rounded feeling to it. It is reasonably good. There isn't anything wrong with the stage of this, but this is better. The Dunu Falcon Pro is better when it comes to stage. This is a bit more mature tuning when it comes to this one. This is a bit more flavored one. This is not flavored. This is slightly more clinical, more analytical kind of tuning here. This is a bit of fun, but that texture of that planar driver is magnificent, to be precise. If you like textured sound, this is the IEM to get for around $200 as of now, since the Senfor MT300 is having QC issues. This is the IEM to get. If you do not care about texture, you like the neutralish sound signature, you do not want anything fun or anything like that, this is a very good IEM. I do not feel there is anything gravely lacking here, but it do lack that extra bit of details which can be held against it. That extra bit of texture and extra bit of micro details that I feel is missing cannot be recovered with nozzles or cable swap. So that's the thing this IEM is lacking. So it's up to you guys to decide if you want to spend a bit more for all these features, and if you care about the extra bit of details or not. If not, this is an excellent IEM. If you do care about those things, then you might have other options too. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. And at the end, I would like to show you guys, I trimmed my nails. Party then. You guys were asking for it, asking for me to trim my nails. So yeah, I'm not cutting all of my nails, but yeah, that's it. I trimmed my nails. Party for you guys. If you think that mattered a lot, yeah, party. Enjoy. Have a nice day.